Top schools in London for expats, and make sure to watch this video to find out everything you need to know. Hi everyone, I'm Arinzeh with Onyx Property Consultants and Keller Williams. If you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe and hit that notice bell because I put out weekly videos talking about the London property market and all things related to living in this fabulous city. As a property agent, I specialize in helping my clients achieve their real estate goals. Having moved over from America, I specialize in working with international families, particularly to help them understand how to navigate this market. So in today's video, I'm going to highlight for you some of the top things you're going to need to know when considering a school for your children, and I'll point you in the direction of some of the top schools in London. So before we jump into the top schools themselves, it's really important that you understand the different type of school choices you may have, and there's primarily three. The first is a state school run by the government. They're open to anyone who lives in the local education authority or catchment area. Some of the most popular for American expats include the Berrymead School in Acton, West London, the Belmont Primary School in Chiswick, also in West London, and the Henrietta Barnett School in Hampstead, which is an all-girls school, and that's located in Hampstead in North London. Also noteworthy is the fact that some of the state schools can actually be religious schools, which is not a concept as Americans we would be used to because there's a very clear distinction and restriction on state funds going towards religious affiliated schools. But here you might find a Church of England, a Catholic school, or Jewish school that might actually be a state school. Next choice is a public school, and now don't let the name fool you because it actually means that it's paid for by the parents, therefore it's what we in Americans would actually consider a private school. And while their curriculum might be similar to the state schools, they do have additional resources typically that they're able to attract some of the best administrators and teachers, as well as offering superior extracurricular activities, and that will be a distinction that might be quite superior to the state schools. Some of the top private or public schools include Emmanuel School in Battersea in Southwest London, Dulwich College in Dulwich in East London, City of London School located in the City of London, and then there's the Francis Holland School, which produces exceptional results. It's an all-girls school with two locations, one in Sloane Square in Chelsea and the second in Regent's Park in Northwest London. The third major option are the international schools. Now they will differ from country to country, so it's really hard to summarize them as a whole, but suffice it to say that the curriculum is going to be very similar to that of the home country. These will likely be your most expensive option, with tuition running over £10,000 per term, plus the cost of uniform, books, and supplies. If you're considering the international options, some of the best to consider is the American School in London, located in St. John's Wood. Make sure to watch my recent video talking about some of the best neighborhoods for expats in London, and St. John's Wood is definitely up there because of the American School in London. There's also the International School of London. There's a primary and middle school campus in the Chiswick campus, and there's a diploma college located at the Ealing campus. Also, there's the ACS International Schools with locations in Cobham, Surrey, and in Egham, Surrey. Also worth noting is that children start reception at age 4. It's after nursery and what we call kindergarten, and it's the first year of primary school. So which options are you considering? Make sure to leave a note or comment in the description below and let me know what your experience has been finding the right school for you and your family. As a bonus tip, it might be worth considering that the school breaks may differ depending on the type of school your children attend. So if you have more than one child and you put them in different curriculums, it might mean that their school breaks might be different, and that might make for very challenging to plan your vacations or holiday breaks. Traditionally, under the British school system, they take breaks every 6 weeks in what's called half term. They will take breaks during that. So again, if you are trying to align holiday schedules and things like that, and even if you're working, it might be challenging. You want to make sure you've got the right resources in place to look after your children, because it's not the same curriculum you might be used to if you're coming over from America. So as you consider schools and where to live, you're also going to have to consider your transport options. So make sure to watch my recent video on transport links around London, and you can actually download my free relocation guide to London, where I cover all the things you need to think about if you're moving to this fabulous city, including transport, including where to live, and the other things that make London so special. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you stay up to date with my latest videos, which give you all the helpful tips you'll need. So are there any particular schools you would recommend in London? Make sure to let me know in the description below. That's Arinzeh with Onyx Property Consultants and Keller Williams. Bye for now.